All right. Hi again, everybody. Welcome. This is Rocket League once again. And today, as mentioned, and as you can see on screen, we will be opening just a little over 300 of these hatchables, aka drops, that you can earn by playing Rocket League. Now, as you can see, some of these are themed and were for limited time of events that I've been holding on to. For example, 2024, 2023, 22, and so on. So some of these are ones I've been saving just for this. As far as where we should start, I will also mention, for those of you that don't know and or play Rocket League, the new season of Rocket League started today. Season 23 is live, and with new rewards to earn if you're part of the Rocket Pass, whether you're part of the premium or free tier, there's stuff to earn, and they've made a few gameplay adjustments, and they're theming the soccer ball for the World Cup. So all kinds of stuff. And, of course, most notably, ranks have been reset. With the start of any new season, they reset all the ranks for competitive. So you'll be starting from scratch and working your way through the different tiers. Rocket and roll, Eric says. Welcome. Shout out and happy birthday to Eric. It's his birthday today. So he's going to be celebrating his birthday with guys from work. He's made them a brisket. He's grilled a brisket that he's going to be taking to his fellow coworkers later this evening and sharing that with them to celebrate. So that's very cool and very nice of him to do on his birthday, thinking of other people as he often does. So happy birthday once again, Eric. Again, as I said, we have over 300. It's 313 different hatchables here to open. So let's start with a rare one here. Fool's Golden Egg. I only have one of these, so let's start with that. Let's start with something different. We'll open
THX Coos.
You're welcome. No, thank you for being cool. And then, of course, when you open these hatchables, it'll tell you the possible contents, the bracket of what may be in it. So an import drop, deluxe drop, special drop, exotic, black market. So here's the first one. Let's pop it off, shall we? Let's crack the egg. Okay. And just like any game, you're going to see a lot of repeatables probably. But this is a decal specific to the Merc vehicle.
When I open these, I always start with the sport drops.
The sport drops, huh? I got the import drop. Sport drops. Yeah, I've got a ton of those. So let's, since you said that, we'll knock out a good chunk right away with the sport drops and see what we get. We got 83 of these to open. Okay, that's kind of neat. The Retro Ball Utopia antenna decorative. In the new season here, I should mention, Eric and I were talking about this a few nights ago, and I brought it up I'm not going to go into the context of how it came up, but I mentioned that the cheese in a spray can, the spray cheese, which I hadn't had in a long time. Well, one of the antenna toppers is an actual can of cheese spraying like that, where the antenna is the cheese and the can is at the top spraying it out. It's just weird how I hadn't talked about that in how long, and now that's in this with the new season. They also have a sticky hand. For those of you that might remember, I know Eric probably does. You used to get these egg machines where you drop a quarter or two in. It'd be like it'd be a quarter, 50 cents, and you could get these sticky, slappable hands out of there. That's also an antenna. Pretty weird. I used to like those as a kid. The Mr. Hot Pepper. Yeet. We'll do a couple of these, and then we'll open one of the other ones and come back to them. Yeah. Season 23, the Rocket Pass. Again, just like any other season, a lot of the cooler stuff is locked at the later tiers, or opens up at the later tiers with the grind, which that's to be expected, and that's good they do that, but it's not the coolest. It's, in my opinion, one of the weaker Rocket Passes. Again, a lot of the stuff that's in it, I'm just like, meh. It's kind of a shoulder shrug. There might be one or two items I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool looking, like some of the color effects on the vehicles, some of the decals, but like the animated ones, and there's a vehicle that you can get pretty early on in the pass that looks kind of neat. But outside of that, for me, I won't be getting that this season. I do have this car customized in my inventory. I've had this vehicle customized. I like the look of it. It's kind of neat. That's a special decal for that vehicle. Those wheels look interesting on there. Kind of gives it like a Tesla vibe. Not to be confused with the Teslas that you see on the streets nowadays, that brand. I'm talking about the old school Tesla. Yes, you can change the color of it. Yes, you can. It has a customizable color in the options once you plan to equip it. Yeah. So they say body, but it's basically the car body, which I already have. But it is kind of a cool looking car. Not a bad banner, kind of neat. Ooh, almost a. There you go. Ah, pirate. Yarr. Pirate's hat. Aye, be matey. Give me your ball. Arr.
Neat.
A couple of different banners we're getting here. Again, a number of these banners, like Eric mentioned, you can change the color of in the options.
Back to fourth.
Yeah. I kind of don't mind that. That is kind of a tough looking decal for the Octane. That is kind of sick. I kind of like it. I don't think I have that one. That looks tough, I think. And I like the shine. I've always been a fan of things that have a certain shine or shimmer. This is one of the more unique looking vehicles here, and again, this is a decal for this particular vehicle. Very unique looking. Not my style, not my vibe, but definitely has like something you would have seen in like Back to the Future 2 in Hill Valley, and Back to the Future 2, where the wheels would tuck under, and then you could fly with it. Yeah. Very mechanical looking wheels. It looks like it would fit with something that Doc would come up with for the DeLorean, potentially. Some makeshift wheels or rims for the thing. I could, yeah. Not what I would pick, but I could see him on there. Wow. Another set that kind of gives it like a cyberpunk or RoboCop vibe to the DeLorean. A little bit. Yeah, I'm getting like RoboCop vibes or cyberpunk from those wheels on the DeLorean there. We'll go down to 60 and then we'll switch it up and open up a different type of hatchable or drop, as it were. Ah. Very basic sport wheels there, but the nice thing sometimes about basic wheels is they're very versatile with a lot of different cars. Ooh, decal for this body style. I like the rear of the vehicle. I like that. That looks awesome. Reminds me of like Batmobile type stuff. And it has like a 89 Batmobile a little bit feel to it because of the cockpit and then how the shape is there in the front. And I have the 89 Batmobile, but I'm horrible playing with it. I don't know if it's the hitboxes or what, but I just can't get hip to it. So we got the pirate hat, and now we have a pirate-themed flag to go with it. Look at that. Skull and Crossbones, BBT.
Ruffle.
Several different banners here. I'm kind of surprised. I usually see a lot more repeats. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, there you go. Animated. Eric, you'd probably rock that, yeah? Look at that.
It's time to make a PW Town themed car.
Yeah, maybe. Look at that. You'd probably rock that with the Japanese text or writing, I believe. Animated, since you rock the Octane. I wish, and I know that's been a general complaint across the board for the majority of the Rocket League community. And they've been shouting out to the hilltops, bring back the trading with players. And there's a reason why they did away with it. The main reason is because people were exploiting it, and people were being very dishonest with their trades and suckering money out of people, and it became very an abused mechanic. So they just said, you know what, we're just going to take it away altogether. And as far as I know, there hasn't been any confirmation whether that's going to return, where you'll be able to trade among players. But if that was still a thing, I would definitely give that I would give that decal to you for sure for the Octane. Okay. Let's switch it up here. Let's open up. Let's open up a few of the special drops. Ooh, those are very unique looking, huh?
Dolphin squeaks added.
Yeah, that I could be wrong, but I think that rocket trail you're speaking of that we just saw, I think that's from Rick and Morty. I think it's from the animated series Rick and Morty. I could be wrong, but I like the little bit of a color shift with this. That's kind of cool. But this decal is exclusive to the Dominus car, but I do like it. I am not a fan of snakes in real life at all, but that looked kind of neat. Ah, the classic salty banner. That's a classic right there. I see a lot of players still rocking that. That's kind of old school. It's been around for a while. And that too, I believe you can change the color of. Ah, stool pigeon. Ah, watch out for those. Ooh. I don't know if I have this. I don't know if I have this vehicle. There's a good chance I may not have this one. I don't know. That was a good drop right there. And I'm getting kind of cyberpunk / Knight Rider vibes from this.
Your windshield will hate you.
Big time. Yeah. Yeah. That's not bad looking. I would customize this. Yeah, I get Knight Rider vibes from this a little bit. Yeah, I might not have this one either. Yeah, you could trick this one out. I may try this one actually. If I don't have it, I may customize it and try it out just to see how I feel with it. I kind of dig it. Ooh, a decal for this car. That's kind of cool looking. That decal kind of looks cool on there. Don't mind it. That's also kind of a neat looking car. I may or may not have that one. Not sure. I think I might, but I'm not on. I like it. The front end looks tough too. Look at that grill with the headlights. I like that. That's kind of tough looking. Yep. I kind of don't mind that. But again, that was not the car. It was a decal for that car. Ah, we have this topper, don't we? This is on my NFL team's vehicle, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Oh, another red one. Oh, wow. Those are nice. Those are sick. I like those. Not on the DeLorean, but I like the look of those. Yep, those are tight. And I don't think I have those. Nice. Again, these can kind of work with a lot of vehicles, I think. They don't look terrible on the DeLorean. Yeah, this thing is definitely not one of my preferred vehicles. I just
Ooh,
don't.
it's stylish.
Yeah, I this one though is this gives me like Starfield vibes. Something that you would see like planetary travel type car. Yeah, I think it looks kind of derp. We have this one already, but kind of a cool looking body. But that one I know I have already. I think my brother likes this vehicle, and he tricked it out, and it looked pretty sick what he did to it. Oh yeah, for those of you that really care to acknowledge and the month that we are in, for those of
Ooh.
you, yeah, this is for you. There you go. For those of you that celebrate and care about it, I'm gonna go on record and say I don't. Uh, but yeah, for those that do, there you go. That's interesting. Tomb mat. I don't know that I have that one. It gives it gives the DeLorean kind of like a very rustic look. Not terrible. Hmm. Ah, those wheels again. Clodhopper. That just sounds bad, doesn't it? He's a clodhopper. Screw him. He's a clodhopper. It's like calling someone a schmo. Ah, who's that schmo? Ah, the metallic pearl. That looks nice on the DeLorean. Absolutely. Yep. That's cool. It's like space-time continuum, like space dust left on the thing. Ah. Yeah. This is an old school. This has been here, I think, since the beginning of Rocket League. It's this nitrous boost. That's a very old school one. Oh yeah. Watch out for that guy. Look at he wiggles. Those are interesting creatures, man. How they can actually camouflage themselves, like they can actually color shift, and to see it happen right before your eyes. I've not seen it happen live, obviously in person, but scuba divers that have seen those things just shift color in front of you. It's very almost like supernatural, um, very trippy. Yikes! Look look at this thing. I mean, whoa! Yet another very unique vehicle in the world of Rocket League. That is, whew. And I definitely not a fan favorite among the community because I do not see people rocking this car very often. I mean, that is a super rare one to see a player use in matches. Another decal for that body. Okay, so we did open some. Let's pick a random one. Eric, you want to pick a random one? Which one do you want to? Which one would you like to open? As we bounce around here and go back and forth, you pick one.
Pumpkin one.
Okay, this black market one, we might save that for the end. That might be like a grand finale. The black market or the black, because black market items are super rare, and obviously tougher to get. So he says, let's open a pumpkin one, and because we're in season 23, and it's a favorite number among sports enthusiasts. Let's open Pumpkin Golden 23. Oh my, it's an exotic. Look at that. Not bad. I do believe I have these, but these are kind of cool looking wheels. Look at that. Not bad. Let's open up one import
Nice
drop
wheels for
here.
your fire car.
Yeah, like I said, I think I have those already, but let's open up an import drop here. Oh, what do we got? Some more sick wheels. Again, I do believe I have these, but man, yeah, on the blue DeLorean, those would not look bad. Yep. Let's open some more of the sport drops. We'll knock these out, I think. It's just a very, very peculiar looking vehicle, this thing, huh? Another decal for that. The decal for this. It's kind of weird, but I don't mind the look of it. It's not one that I've really tried. I think I have it already. That vehicle, that body. Whoa! There we go. I've seen players use this one. I've seen this on the field. Yep. Both cool and weird at the same time. It's a decal for this vehicle, but yeah. Hey, it's confetti for Eric's birthday. Look at that. Happy birthday! Yay! This is a banner that I had way back in the day, and I think I traded it in or traded it to somebody. And again, you can change the color of it. Kind of cool. The spray paint graffiti on a brick wall, kind of cool. For those that would be, in the Los Angeles area, I could see them rocking it, or New York, where wall art is very popular. classic plasma boost. That's another OG rocket boost. It's one of those that I think have been here almost since the beginning of the game launching. There you go, tennis ball. Go get it, boy. Go get it. Another decal, and this one looks most like the '89 Batmobile. I feel like they modeled it after the '89 Batmobile before they had the licensing for that Batmobile. Yeah, it's close from the front to the back and the shape of it. Yeah. Circuit board. Yeah, it could work with the DeLorean, given what we have, time circuits. Yeah. Another banner you can change. I think there's quite a few of these banners where you can change the color of them. So if you don't want it to be red, you can make it green, blue, purple, pink. Getting all kinds of decals for that bad boy. Ah, the Sandstorm. Yeah, kind of cool. I have this one. The big question is, will we get a goal explosion, even if it's one that I have already? Because that's one of the most rare things to obtain from these drops is getting a goal explosion. What do we got on? Oh, it's like a camo. Okay. And there's bees. Weird. Eric likes rocking the Octane body. So, again, that I'd have no problem being like, here you go, have that. The Paladin, same decal. We just got a few drops earlier. Those are kind of cool. Again, Octavian Sport wheels. Those are kind of cool. Those can really look good on various vehicles. Yep. I'm surprised that the Need for Speed franchise has never done like a crossover with Rocket League. I'm really surprised. That or even what's that other one? Forza, the Forza Horizon series, which recently they released Forza Horizon 6 on Xbox. It is coming to PS5, I think in about a month, give or take. Like a crossover, a collaboration between the two, like Need for Speed franchise or Forza.
Our competition.
Right. I wonder if they're working on a Need for Speed anymore. If that's still something that they focus on, EA or I don't think I've heard anything as to whether or not there is one in development, but that franchise usually does pretty well. I know they've had some hit and misses with Need for Speed in past years, where I guarantee you sales were not what they expected. Hey, orale vato. Ah, sí, señor. Eat, eat burrito. Ah, burrito with a burrito. Good combo. Gingerbread man. That gingerbread man is surprised he's smiling. He must like it. He probably fits with this month that's being celebrated. Look at how happy he is where that antenna is. Look where it goes, and he's super happy about it. Yep. Anyhow. Old flames never die.
Ruffle. Nice banner.
Yeah, I think I have that one too. And yeah, you can change the color of it. It's pretty sweet looking. I think I've gotten, what have I gotten? Every decal now for that odd vehicle. Ah, more of the stool pigeon family. No F's given. When they have to defecate, they don't care. They really don't. Seagulls too, they are, whew. Or Bay Beach Bombers, as I like to call them. Old school wheels here. Rat Rod. Yep. I mean, they look, with that red, they don't look bad on the DeLorean. Kind of gives it like the old West vibe DeLorean with those on there. Ah, shark fin, sweet. That's kind of neat. Dun 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 dun. All right, let's. What do you think, Eric? Open another pumpkin. Let's open the 19 by Paul Hardcastle. 19. If you haven't heard that song, very old school. It's deals with Vietnam War and the age of 19, and pretty trippy, pretty crazy. But I'm a fan of it. Okay, the breakout gets like a hot pink paint. Dumb. That pumpkin was definitely a dud. Not really a fan of pumpkin pie. In fact, the only thing I really like, and I know that around October, the pumpkin stuff becomes real, the different pumpkin flavored things, pumpkin spice, this and that. The only pumpkin thing I really like is pumpkin seeds. Big fan of those. Ha ha! This would be kind of funny to put on the DeLorean, because Marty would always say, "Nobody calls me chicken." Ah. Or you could, give your car a voice and be like, I say, boy, pay attention, boy. The vehicle's in motion, but nobody's really driving. Ah. Pay attention, boy. And then his girlfriend or his love interest in that Looney Tunes, Foghorn Leghorn, she's like, yes, yes. Ah, the Toon Mat again. We got that earlier too. The Ion rocket trail boost. Another old school. We got that earlier. So I've got a couple of those now. The watermelon topper. That watermelon's worried. Why are you worried there, little watermelon? Oh, the sludge-o-matic. Right. Yeah, I'd be worried too. Yeah. Smooth metallic pearl. Yes. Actually, I think that's what I have equipped on my DeLorean currently. I think.
If you know, you know.
That's right. Ooh, junk food. Oh, yeah. As long as the food goes straight to the junk in the trunk. Ah, yes. On her, of course, not on me. Ah. Okay, we've gotten the salty banner a couple of times. We've gotten those as well. The aftershock wheels. Now we're starting to get into heavy repeatable territory here. Ooh. Oh. Ah, it's the body. It's the aftershock vehicle. Look at that. Ah. So before we got decals for it, now we have the actual body. And I'm pretty sure I have that one already, but... Thank your lucky stars.
Playing as long as you have, you are bound to get repeats.
Of course, yeah. It's inevitable. Oh, look at there. A unicorn with the horn where the sun don't shine. Ah, there you go. Oh. Now, if you were to change the color of your vehicle to kind of coincide with the color of the rims, those look tough. They don't look good on the DeLorean, but on a certain vehicle, those would look tough. And if you coordinated the color pattern, that would be... interesting. I don't know if I have these Felco Deluxe wheels, huh? Interesting. They kind of work with that color scheme of the DeLorean. Liquid hot magma. Interesting. Triton wheels.
Fire car boost.
Yes. I think I like the one that I have on mine. I've got the pixelated fire, I think, on my firefighter vehicle. There you go. Dot matrix for the octane. Look at that. Animated. Spinner wheels. Again, the metallic pearl smooth. Moon rock finish on it. Kind of neat. I may or may not have that. Oh, look at that. The endo vehicle, but this is the decal for it. Not bad looking decal for that. The ionized pearl, that's a classic that's been around, I think, almost since the beginning of the Rocket League game itself. So that's old school. Luminous Deluxe Trail. That kind of looks sick. I don't know if I have that one or not. Yeah, that's sick with the DeLorean. Yep. Oh, what's this? Wham! The Finny wheels. Look at that. Not as cool as those other ones I got, but Grog wheels. Yeah. All right, let's open up another random one here. Let's open up one of these anniversary crates from Deadmau5. We've got there's potential to get something cool out of one of these because of the drop contents here. These could contain an exotic or black market drop. Let's open one and see what we get. Come on, get a good pull. Let's get a good vinyl out of there, shall we? Let's get a good classic vinyl. Come on. What do we got on the record? Ooh, Pixel Fire purple. I don't think I have this one. I have the Pixel Fire, but not in the purple.
No whammies.
Kind of neat. I would consider that not a whammy. That's especially if I don't have that purple one, which I don't think I do. And like I said, I think that's the rocket boost I have on my firefighter car, but it's orange. That was neat. Not terrible. Let's open up an imports. Wham. It's an exotic. Wow, look at those wheels. Reverb. Not bad. Almost has like the flux capacitor shape in the center here. Again, with the right color of the DeLorean, I think they would work. Wow. Let's go back to our special drops here. Ah, catfish. I I've had me some really good catfish, by the way. Cajun catfish back in the day I had, and it turned out fantastic. Um, I think catfish of the seafood. I think catfish is kind of more of an acquired taste. Some people like it, some people don't.
Don't have the top.
Yeah, the catfish one. Yeah, that's. I don't know if I do or not, to be honest. Whoa, wild cat ears. For you furry fans out there, for those of you that or dare I say, identify as a feline, there you go. Now you can rock it in Rocket League. Now you can go ahead. Just don't expect me to clean your litter box for you. Not happening. My name is Darth Vader. I come from the planet Vulcan. That is a direct quote from Back to the Future when Marty ambushes George McFly in his sleep. And then he's wearing the hazmat suit and he's using terms from the 80s. Vulcan, which again, Star Trek, and then Darth Vader, he calls himself, because George doesn't know about that stuff yet. So I used to use this car a lot, the Takumi. I I, I used to. This was for a long time before the DeLorean. This was a go-to vehicle for me. Before the DeLorean became available, before they had it as a microtransaction, this was my car. Yeah. Pearlescent on the DeLorean. There you go. It's June after all, I guess. Burlap. I don't think I have this one. Burlap sack. Ah, I believe it was Dr. Evil that said that he was, as a baby or a child, he was in a burlap sack. Ah, my father would die and he would womanize. Ah,
When you're a sack on the field.
yeah, yeah. Football, get sacked. I like it. Again, I may or may not have this one already, but I like the look of it. I mean, who doesn't like a good slice of pizza? You got your Chicago deep dish, and then you got your New York style. That's always been a heated debate, which is better, right? Depending on where you're from. I reside definitely closer to Chicago myself, but I would definitely be more of a fan and a supporter of the New York slice or New York style pizza for sure. It's deep dish is I don't know. I remember when I saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, the first one in the theaters when I was younger, and was it the first or the second one? I can't remember. But they had their New York slices, and you would see them eating that pizza, and they'd make the cheese like super stretchy, and I was like, man, does that look great? Not to say that you can't get stretchable cheese from a deep dish, because you absolutely can. I've seen it, but it's a different. It's just different. Deep dish is not as easily handled with a pick up and eat, whereas those New York slices, that to be able to pick up a big triangle slice, fold it, and then you get, if the cheese is good, and it's just, it's an experience. Yeah. Eating pizza with a fork just seems, I don't know. That's something you still see during matches, is players that put the letter E in the letter Z for easy when they feel like there's not much competition, or they're just taking it to the cleaners. It's interesting how the Rocket League dev teams and the people behind the game kind of fluctuated into like observing players and the different sayings and things that were being spammed, and how they kind of said, okay, we'll make some stuff to go with that, or we'll acknowledge it. We'll let players. Not a fan of that car. It's the Beetlebug car, like mechanical beetle vehicle or something. Kind of cool. I have this vehicle tricked out in my inventory. I made one of these. The twins are kind of like a doom buggy type. I kind of like it. Whoa. Summertime. Let's see if we can find some starfish washed up on the beach. Interesting. I feel like if you've got the pillow fight goal explosion, then this would kind of fit with that, with the feathers. More junk food. Banner. Oh, those aren't bad. I kind of would like them on the blue DeLorean. Those look kind of tough to me. Yep. A wood finish for the DeLorean. Get some wood varnish on there. How about no? Back to the circuit board. The Zigzag Deluxe Trail. Yeah, I have this one. It's kind of cool looking. The Felco wheels, but this time black. I don't mind them. Felco, I believe that's the artist who sings that song, "Rock Me Amadeus" by Felco. Yeah, Amadeus, Amadeus. Let's see what else here. Let's open one of these cooking pots. Ratatouille. Ah, come on. Let's see if you really cook for me here. Not so much. And this Octane ZSR, I don't know that I have this body. Again, this isn't the body of the vehicle I just got, as it says. It's a decal for the body, but I'm just saying, I don't know that I have the body of that. Eric, what do you think of that one? It's a remodified Octane. Do you like that or not? To me, it makes the Octane look tougher. It just makes it look like it's
tough looking.
Yeah. I think that looks better than the standard Octane to me, just because it gives it more. I don't know. Let's open up another import drop here. Exotic. Ooh. Let's open the 20 pumpkin. We got that. We got that already. Oh. Let's open a few of the deluxe drops here. Open a few more of these. Forrest Gump feather. Eh. Octane definitely getting love here today. As I said, ooh, and this one's animated too. This looks kind of cool. Look at that. Kilowatt. There should be a decal called Gigawatt. 1.21 gigawatts. We got those earlier too. Woo. Wham. What's this? Invader wheels. Again, on the right vehicle, I think they'd look all right. Right color scheme, right vehicle. Definitely not for the DeLorean. Whoa. We got the body for the Esper. I mean, again, they call these battle cars, these iterations here, from what Rocket League originally was going to be. And then they changed their vision a little bit and renamed it. But yeah, those cars like that are from the original concept and idea behind Rocket League. Oh, wow. Comic themed decal. Eric, I could see you rocking this one too. Wow. A lot of decals for the Octane today. And we have this vehicle already. The Takumi. Nice little hot import car. I like that. I think that's what I named it. Hot import. I think hot import car, hot import night. Because it just gave me that kind of...
Reminds me of Porch.
A little bit, yeah. Ah, the snake skin again. Go away, Esper. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants you. Hey! I don't know if I have this one. Animated decal. I dig it. That looks sharp on there. Let's knock out these. Wait. Yeah, let's knock out these sports drops. Let's burn through these. Whoa! Ah, grass cutter. Look at that, it even changes the... Ah! Right out of the blue, she sends me a John Deere letter.
It'll burn a pipe.
Yeah. Yeah, I called her up. I don't know, she gave me some crap about not really paying attention to her. I don't know, I wasn't really listening. But, you know, the thing of it is, I think she was seeing another guy. I never did find out who. Ah. Dumb and Dumber. Look at that, back-to-back grass. Go ahead. Smoke up, Johnny. Ah. Latte. I typically like things that are like latte or cappuccino flavored. Even if I'm not a real big fan of like strong latte, like genuine latte, strong ones. Um, but I have this cappuccino flavored milk right now that is fantastic. I mean, it comes in a glass jug out here that, I mean, it's just, it's fantastic. Interesting. Ah, top hat. Ah, the Monopoly top hat. Look at that. Ah. And you must be the Monopoly guy. Do not pass go. Do not steal your teammate's boost. Tiger decal for that. Headphones, there we go. Too bad they're not cost brand, but yeah. Data stream. A data stream to go with your data centers. Ah. I want my boss, Frank Shirley, here. With a big ribbon on his head. I do believe that I believe they do. I'm not 100%, but if I had to pick a side, I think they still do. Yep. Yikes. I've seen the Dominus used in matches. Some people like this car. And I guess I could see why. I think it might have some generous hit boxes on it, being the size. Neat. Look at that trail. I know I've got that one already. Glossy blocks. I see this and I think of Cubert. Showing my age there. Definitely reminds me of Cubert. Alchemist, huh?
Looks like the old muscle car.
Yeah, that's something I never cared too much about in games was, alchemy stuff and crafting that. But there's been a few games now over the years where I'm like, man, this is actually kind of cool being able to do that and craft potions and give yourself buffs and I like it. It's in Crimson Desert. It's light. It's not super heavy handed. And I like that. You can make different dishes that have different health buffs and that so you're prepared for battles and stuff. I love that. Deerstalker, huh? I don't know if this reminds me more of Elmer Fudd or Elementary, my dear Watson. Those are cool. I have these. These are kind of cool looking. I'm returning to the mothership. That is a direct quote from the movie Family Man with Nicolas Cage. One of my most favorite Nicolas Cage flicks is Family Man. Him with Tia Leone. Love that movie. Great story. Like the characters in the film. Look, sombrero. Arriba, arriba. Speedy Gonzalez. Ah, yes. Classic 80s boombox right there. For all the old school breakers and of course the movie with John Cusack, Say Anything, I believe that movie was called, where he holds the boombox above his head. Classic.
Tape deck included.
Yes, gotta have a tape deck. If you don't have a tape deck in it, you're doing it wrong. Got ripped off. You're gonna get a boombox, you better have a tape deck in that bad boy. Otherwise, it's not a real boombox. Look at Dino. Jurassic Park themed, or even the TV series Dinosaurs right there. Yeah. He's a real clodhopper, that guy. Yeah.
Not dumb mama.
Yeah. Not the mama. Yeah, I remember when that was all the rave, man. You couldn't go into a store without seeing something dinosaurs themed. And the baby dinosaur, there was all keychains, beach towels. I mean, the stuffed animals, the toy, like it just, dude. Yeah. There's certain things that you live through and you just remember were real hot commodities, that really took off and were unavoidable when you went
Gotta
into a
love
department store. Yeah. Gotta love me. Yeah. That really caught on, and they did not expect it to catch on like it did. And those actors in those suits, yeah, there was some puppeteering and animatronic puppeteering, but there were real actors in those outfits, man. And they had to take a lot of breaks because people were getting dehydrated. Um, yeah, you can't have claustrophobia and get into that line of work or that type of business where you're in a costume like that, or even like Disney cast members and that. You got claustrophobia and heat problems with heat. That
Add to the
profession
cherries.
is not for you. Yeah, cherries. Yeah, we're almost we're down to the last couple here on the sport drops. Wiping these out here. Hey, reminds me of the sparklers that you light off on the 4th of July. All kids like those. I remember the first time I saw those as a kid. My dad got them. We'll definitely have some stuff to trade in the inventory where they have the trade-in tab now. Which and that was like their soft solution. It was like, we're not going to allow trading among players anymore, but we will let you trade in stuff within the game. I have this flag on my firefighter vehicle, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Let's open up another import drop. Ooh. The Enchanter Trail. Neat. Has a very, I don't know, like poltergeist type vibe. When they had those trails going through the house and stuff. Reminds me of that a little bit. Let's open another pumpkin. Whoa. Not terrible. Glitch wheels. They kind of sort of work with the color scheme and DeLorean here. Not bad. Let's open some more specials. Nuts and bolts. Screws fall out all the time. The world's an imperfect place. John Bender, Breakfast Club. Yeah, those ion trails are old school.
This Coben song.
I do have streamer safe mode on, so some of these songs shouldn't be a problem with copyrights because I turned that on. So some of these tracks are okay for that, I guess. The classic breakout body. This body style reminds me of Grand Theft Auto Vice City, the original Vice City. Not terrible. Zippy wheels with a red center there, and not terrible on the DeLorean. Breakout. Ooh, decal for that. Yeah, we've seen that banner a number of times today. Cyberpunk Mohawk right there. So we had the catfish earlier, and now we got a goldfish. Look at that.
Whoa, never seen that.
The Mohawk, I'm assuming you're talking about. Went to school with two dudes that had some massive Mohawks at one time. And then when I was younger, there was a kid that had quite the Mohawk.
Now the fish.
Here you go, the dragon wings. Kind of neat. Yeah, that decal doesn't look bad. Very zebra, like zebra gum. Yeah. Gear lock wheels. Very basic. Oh! Ooh, Ninja Star import rocket boost. Look at that. You can see how the stars just... You probably dig that, hey, Eric? That's pretty sweet. You can see how they're flying out a little bit. See that? Kind of neat.
Not bad.
Hex phase. That's kind of neat. I think I have this one already too, but it's kind of neat. The sound of it's neat. Another decal for the Octane. I don't really see much on it. Just kind of. Hot rod muscle car kind of with that decal. Kind of neat. Not super fan of the color, but it is kind of neat. Those are different. Aha! Robo-visors. As RoboCop would say, "Dead or alive, you're coming with me." Ah. Animated breakout vector decal. Kind of cool. Let's open our last pumpkin here. Pumpkin 24. Wham. Not a fan of that decal on there. Nope. Nah. And let's open another import drop. Ooh. Dang. I'm pretty sure I don't have this. Look at that. So I got two different cars here today that I'm fairly certain I didn't have prior to this, that I wouldn't mind trying out just to see how they feel. And again, this kind of gives me like Miami Vice City kind of vibes for sure, like something you would have seen in Miami Vice. Yep. I kind of don't mind it. It's got kind of has that 80s retro futuristic vibe to it. That's cool. Let's see. We haven't opened up one of these Golantines gift. It says Golantine. I only got 4 of those. Let's open up one of these and see what we get. Decal for this. Let's open another one. Hey, the septum wheels. I think I have these, but these are cool. These are kind of neat, man. Let's see. Let's open up the rest of these special drops. Oh, the Ripper body. I think I may have had this, but I traded it. Again, very Mad Max style vehicle. but looks cool. Yeah, I think this is one that I might have traded a long time ago, and then I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't have did that. So that's kind of cool. I'm not upset with that. And we got it out of a special drop, not an import. That's pretty cool. Tsunami beam. Look at that. That sounds cool too. Wow. 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 Wow.
Sounds so I can know how much to feather the boost in the air.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You'd probably dig this trail then. This boost. Wow, wow, wow. Ah, neat. Not there. No, absolutely never. Oh, look at that. Ah. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? Kerbin Ferber. Ah, I kind of like it. Kerbin Ferber. Okay, that's like the third or fourth time we've gotten that booster.
You snuck past me, you sly person, you
hey! Yeah, I can be a little bit of a sneaky Pete too. I can be. Sorcery, I mean, don't be mad at me. Yeah, I can be a little bit of a sneaky Pete. Ah. I may have snuck by you, but you caught up. You caught up.
Grinning, squinting face, grinning, squinting face, grinning, squinting face, grinning, squinting face.
Hey, these are cool. Those are cool wheels. I like those. Again, put them on the right vehicle. Those are sharp, dude.
Jay the Ninja.
Ah! What up, my ninja? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. The Mohawk again. Look at that. Well, that also it also reminds me of
not to be confused with Winya.
Right. No, of course not. Yeah, not to be confused with Winja, the Winja tribe. Yes, that is from Far Cry Primal. The Winja. Yeah. I look at this and it makes me think of Short Circuit too. Also, when Johnny Five kind of was trying to rehabilitate himself, and he made that circuitry mohawk that he put on himself to make him seem tough, you know. I can't lie, man. The first time I saw that, I've been okay. Saucy, what about you? How are you doing? How are things in your neck of the wood? Yeah, yeah. We'll get you. Yeah. Altitude, salvation. Come on.
That was cool, Johnny.
Yeah, I am not gonna lie. The first time I saw that, I mean, no shame in admitting it. It got me up in my feels, man. They sure knew how to. They sure knew how to pull at the heartstrings on that one, didn't they? Jesus, man. Woo! Let's see. Let's open more of these deluxe drops soon. And I've said this multiple times. Yikes, look at that thing. Woo! With that. How about no? I was really surprised when that movie took off. It was a follow-up to the success that the original Short Circuit was. I was really surprised that they didn't market Little Johnny Fives. They probably couldn't figure out a way to make them affordable and also look like movie accurate. That's probably why you never really saw them back in the day. But I remember seeing that movie, and that Benjamin had his little stand with all the mini Johnny Fives. Yeah, those locals kick your balls into outer space. Number Johnny Five. Where did you learn? Yeah, classic. But when he was making all those little robots, I was like, man, where can we get one of those? I want one. No lie, I would have treasured the hell out of that thing. If it was movie accurate and it looked like the ones from the film, it wasn't some knockoff wannabe. But if it actually looked like it and you could actually remote control it, oh man, how sick would that have been? Newton Crosby, PhD, not know this? Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. That seemed like a real, like where they really fumbled the ball on that play. Like if they could have gotten the right people behind it. Yeah, it didn't look bad. There was definitely a market. But again, the resources and to be able to make it movie accurate and especially remote controlled. Could they have done it? Yeah, but it would have not been as accurate to the film. It probably would have looked like a Wish Johnny Five kind of thing or a Temu Johnny Five. Something would have looked off. But if they could have gotten it right, I mean, hell, Teddy Ruxpin was all the rave in the 80s. And if they could have, yeah, I would have wanted one. And I know there's people now that make them and with 3D printing and stuff. But again, they get one that's accurate. They've got ones with mods with quotes from the film. They took sound bites from the actual movie and they played. I've seen it on Facebook and I've wondered the legitimacy of them. Like, okay, will they actually make this for somebody, or are you going to get scammed? Because it's exactly what you would want it to be. Does all the cool things, and then you go and you drop hundreds of dollars on the thing, and then you get scammed. That you got to watch out for stuff like that. But I've seen videos where I'm like, oh hell yeah, like that looks legit.
My big cousin stepped on my Teddy Ruxpin mouth and broke it.
Yeah, you know something?
A flight of the Navigator ship with Paul Rubin quotes.
Oh, Flight of the Navigator ship. Paul Rubin, that's Pee Wee. Yeah, AB, it's funny that you say that. My original Teddy Ruxpin that I had, that I got like in the 80s when they were in Kmart's, like they had a big display and I was begging my parents for one, and my dad, he was totally against it initially. And then for some reason, he caved. And I remember coming home from school and it was sitting on top of the TV, and it was actually playing and singing. Dude, I was couldn't believe it because at that time, that money for a toy like that was outrageous, and money was tight. And the fact that my dad went and did that, but as I ramble, I too, my Teddy Ruxpin, I didn't step on it. I was grabbing it by the snout, by the top of where his nose was, and I was carrying it by that. And I went to go up the stairs with it, and I tripped, and my body came down on it and snapped it. And it was the thing of nightmare. It was nightmare fuel, man, because seeing Teddy Ruxpin with half of his mouth gone, and then you see the kind of the mechanics. It went from like,
As a kid, I was called Children's Palace.
oh yeah, because you had all kinds of stuff, huh? After breaking the top off of that, falling on it, Teddy Ruxpin went from being likable and cute and awesome to pure nightmare fuel. Where you could see some of the circuitry, and then when it tried to talk, then it was like it went from Teddy to Chucky real quick. And I didn't even want to look at the thing. Like, I cried my eyes out because I knew I broke it. But I also was like, no, I don't want this thing anywhere near me now. It looks bad. It looks like nightmare fuel. And then a few years later, in my later teen years, I actually picked up another Teddy Ruxpin that I found at a thrift store, and I still have it. And it's in a bag. It's in like a cellophane bag, and it is pretty pristine, man. It's and no real scratches that are super noticeable. Nothing's broken, and I still have it. I have it right here. Well, it's in another room in the closet, but I have it. So, as like a childhood memento, I have that, and I still have my original Knight Rider vehicle that came with the Michael Knight figure, where his legs bend in the sitting position, and then you push down on the license plate, and it says like 5 or 6 different quotes from the series. That was a favorite toy of mine as a kid, and I actually
The original Pound Puppies, remember those?
Oh my God, Pound Puppies? Yeah, Eric remembers too. We all had them. Eric and we had a couple of them. The Pound Puppies, Pound Kitties, but Pound Puppies were the favorite thing. And along with that, I remember, I believe it was the collab with Pound Puppies.
Too, and Pound Puppies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And you could collect little ones from like Pizza Hut or something. Yeah, of course I remember that. And hell, Eric, he had a Pound Puppy, a larger one, and he had it for a while. He slept with it. I remember it had the big floppy ears. You still have yours? I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that, the ink boost on there. Look at that. We'll keep going on these deluxe drops. Those wheels. Yeah. Wow. I have these already, but these wheels are gnarly, huh? Creeper wheels. Look at that. They look very like fungal type, like sea creature fungal, or like tentacle type. Those are wild. Those are gnarly.
Now the original Pound Puppies in prestige shape are worth $5,000 a piece.
What? To who? Wow, that's outrageous. But I guess like if you had an original, and I'm sure there's a way that you could tell if it's an original or a remake. Um, I'm sure there's something with the tag where you could identify that. But yeah, I suppose having one in like damn near mint condition, I suppose. I also remember I Kmart was like the hub back in the day, man. Um, I was in the store, and again I was single digits, late single
Don't have
digits.
any damage on mine, but are slightly dirty.
Yeah, well, you handled it a lot, man. Um, but that's what you're supposed to do. I was in Kmart, and my dad was with me, and my dad he was never real big supportive on like toys. So he's like, oh, they're just gonna lay around, waste the money, blah blah blah, kind of thing. You know, there were a few exceptions, but I was real big on action figures as a kid, and he used to think like, we got this body earlier. Still not bad looking, kind of cool, Mad Max.
Dang, Eric.
Um, we were in the store, and at the time, the real Ghostbusters cartoon series was like the new thing on Saturday morning cartoons, and I used to watch the hell out of it. In fact, on YouTube here, you can find episodes. And they had the real Ghostbusters action figures. And Kmart had a Peter Venkman one, and not one of my proudest moments, but I saw it and I was like, Dad, Ghost. And my dad knew how big I was on Ghostbusters, and he was kind of cool with it. Like, oh yeah, and I had Ghostbusters everything. Like, I was real big on it as a kid.
But I have no idea where to go.
Well, you said there's wear and tear, so you probably wouldn't get much. But
And
my
now back to Beetlejuice.
my dad was like, no, you got enough junk laying around, you got enough toys, and I had He-Man figures and GI Joes. But something about that Ghostbusters figure, Peter Venkman, I wanted it, and of course I was watching the cartoon constantly, and I started crying. It was one of the few times where I remember my dad. I could tell he was irritated, but he was like, all right, if you want that one, get that one. Get that one, but you're not getting anything else, And I could tell that he was perturbed, he was annoyed, but he went along with it. And I thought, man, my dad is the coolest in the world now, because he just, and going up to the register, and yeah. I don't know. I was surprised that my dad bent the knee on that a little bit. Normally he wouldn't. Yeah, and there was Beetlejuice action figures. Yep, I remember seeing them in the store a lot to coincide with the film. They had film version, and they also had the cartoon version of Beetlejuice, which I also watched. Those don't look kind of.
I've never had a GI Joe. I had all the Ghostbusters figures, Turtles, even had April, had Superman, Batman, RoboCop.
Oh yeah, yep. Boy, you're speaking my language, JB. I didn't have many GI Joes. I only had a couple. Batman. I remember when the '89 Batman film was all the rave, and they had Batman figures. I had some of those. I was real big on that. I had some of those. I had some of the vehicles. Me and my brother were real big on those. Love those. I had the Batman with the belt that kind of came out with the string. And then Bob Joker's henchman, main guy, had him. Yeah, those are sweet. And you mentioned Superman. As a kid, Christopher Reeve Superman, I mean, that was like a real life hero, man. I really believed it. I believed that Superman, as a kid, like, I fell into it. Like,
Skeletor.
yeah, He-Man and Skeletor, you had some of those, I remember. Um, oh man, Superman. And then when I got my first Superman figurine, oh man. And then I got one that had like came with a kryptonite ring. And when you put the ring up to the Superman's chest, he would like fall over because there was like opposite sides of the magnet was like inside the figurine. But I was real big on Superman stuff. I had the Superman underoos, the Velcro cape. I used to love that, and I really believed it. That Christopher Reeve film, man. I believed it. Really, and it's funny because the tagline back in the day, they had a trailer and a tagline on the poster that said, "You'll really believe a man can fly." That was one of the taglines they had. And man, Christopher Reeve, boy, did he take that role and just own it like nobody else.
I remember you saying you liked the smell of Mossman JD.
Yeah, Jesus, that's crazy. You remember that? Jesus, that's great. That's crazy that you remember that. Yeah, there were two figurines that had a distinct smell that were He-Man figures. One was Mossman, had a very unique smell, and then there was the Skunkor that actually came with that had a fragrance on it. Yep. God, that's crazy. Yeah. There were kids that lived up the street by the park that I grew up by, and they had all kinds of them, and I would always try to trade them. I had a Jason hockey mask that glowed in the dark when I was a kid, and I ended up trading it with those kids, the two brothers that lived up by this park, and I traded that for the Freddy glove because I thought the Freddy glove was cooler, and they had a Freddy glove. Now it was kind of a cheap one, but to me, I thought it was way cooler than the Jason mask. And also because I was more of a fan of Freddy as a kid than I was Jason. It's kind of, the Zippy Beetle type of thing. Kind of neat, kind of weird. And I remember coming home with it, and I was bragging about having that Freddy glove. And my mom was like, "Where did you get that?" And don't lie to me. Instantly mad. Almost instant rage. And I had to tell her the truth that I traded it. And she was livid. She took me back up there and demanded that they gave the hockey mask back. Because she had actually gotten that. And I wasn't crazy about it. And I was actually...
You had the turtle van, sorry.
Did I have the turtle van? I think my brother had it. I think my brother had the van. He had something. I'm sure AB had the van for where the doors kind of folded open on the side, and you could put like the turtle, like have them hanging off the side. I remember that. I remember when they came out with the actual movie Turtles. Those I wish I had still. Those were fantastic. The ones that were based on the original movie, the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja film. They had figures that were modeled after them, and they had like a rubbery texture. Like they even felt like how you would imagine maybe the turtles would feel, like a rubbery And they were super
Cool
detailed
Ghost.
for turtles that you could buy in a standard store. Those were like, I know everybody talks about McFarlane figures and certain figures that are super detailed that
Unlimited
you can spend
Palworld.
hundreds of dollars for. Um, but these turtles, these versions that you could get in standard stores, were right up there with that kind of detail, in my opinion. The eyes, the texture, I mean, they looked just like the 90. They weren't plastic, cheap ones like the Play School ones or the Playmaker, whatever the hell those that was called, that brand. These were, and I wish I still had some of those because the detail was fantastic. This one's animated. That's kind of cool. I wouldn't rock this van, but the decal's sick. Look at it. It's got like a look at Grand Mastery of Sorcery. It's got like a sorcerer on there. Look at it. That van's for you, AB. Ah, and then it's got like bolts that are animated. Sick. Lots of octane decals today. And the aftershock, seen a lot of that. Uh, woo! The temperature just dropped a little bit. Feels good. Holy smokes! Oh, yeah, the storms are going to be coming. Yeah, it's raining. Ooh, it's looking a little hairy out there. That clouds with the rain. Ooh, this is and the wind is picked up. It's got potential to get a little bit hairy today outside. We could get some severe storms. Seriously, that's looking kind of gnarly right now. I wouldn't be surprised if some kind of warning goes off at some point here. I would not be surprised. The Hendersons. You talking about? Oh yeah, Harry and Hendersons. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna try to wipe these out. Wipe these out quick here because it's looking like it could get a little intense here, and I don't want to have the power go out while I'm streaming. That cool air feels great though. It's been very warm and muggy these last couple of days during the day, so that rain feels really nice. But the sky is that is no joke right now. Wow, the Warlock decal again. I had never gotten that before, and now I got it
Honestly, I was
twice.
more a fan of the cartoon Ghostbusters than the movies.
Really? I'd say it was pretty equal for me, man. The writing of those animated series back then, just great writing and storytelling. They really embraced the popularity of it and had some decent writers and voice actors. Arsenio Hall, fun fact, Arsenio Hall voiced Winston on the Real Ghostbusters animated series. Yep, he was the voice. And then Peter Venkman, the voice of him changed after a couple episodes or the first season. And it went from um, the guy who voiced Garfield to then Dave Coulier from Full House voiced Peter Venkman in a number of episodes, or I think in the second half of the series. Yeah, and he's was battling cancer recently. He came out with it, so Hope he's doing okay. All right, let's open up this last special drop here. Another grog. We've gotten that a couple of times. Let's open up these Golantines gifts. Ooh, the wind really picked up too. It's raining pretty good. I don't know. This could get intense. No goal explosions. Over 300 drops and not a single goal explosion. Where we have the most potential to get one is right here, this black market drop. But even that is super unlikely. That just verifies, wow, look at this thing. The Samurai import body. Yikes. Yeah, that's a no for me on this. It's just way too big and gaudy for me. It's too much, man. I appreciate what they're doing here, but yeah, no. But I think that's one that I don't have, so that's cool. Last import drop. Ooh. Ah, the Trinity rocket boost. I have this. Another old school rocket boost. Okay, let's open up these cooking pots. Last 4 of these. But again, like I was saying, this really shows the rarity of getting goal explosions out of these hatchables, aka drops. I mean, it's super rare to. Because those are considered black market. It's just very rare to get those. And when you do get it, it's one that usually it's one that you already have. The Power Shot rocket boost. Look at that. Eric, you probably dig that one, huh? Last cooking pot. So far, these haven't really cooked at all. Again, another banner you can change the color of. Kind of cool. Eric, you could rock that because it's got the octane. Yep. All right, let's open up these golden gifts. 25. 5 of them. Look at that. I don't know if I've gotten this decal yet for the octane today. Some cool decals for the octane, man. It's too bad that I can't give you some of these, because I would. Dragon Lord. Really? Wow, look at that. Huh. Back-to-back Dragon Lord. Look at that. Can we make it a trifecta? Nope.
Still like the MJ logo decal.
Yeah. Yep. I know, yeah. But at least you'd have a few more options if you wanted to change it up. All right. We'll open up the rest of the anniversary crates from Dead Mouse. See if we can pull a good vinyl out of here. Put wax on the record, will you? Oh. So far, those been a dud in his crate. Octane Roadkill decal. Oh yeah, we got this one earlier. I kind of like this one. Yep. Oh, come on. Hey! Did we get this body earlier or not? So there's a couple import bodies that I wouldn't mind just testing out, just to see how I feel about using them during a match. And I'm not sure if I have this one or not yet. I might. I know there's two of them that I didn't have that we got today, so that was cool. We got some decent import bodies. The Breakout Turbo Edition decal. Okay. All right. 313 drops, and we're down to our last 4 now. And no goal explosions. Exotic. Unless we get lucky out of this. Exotic. I have these already, but these are cool. Especially on the blue DeLorean. They look cool because it's a time machine with time. So that's pretty cool. It's too bad I have them already. Nice. Another exotic. Ooh, look at those. Those are different. I think I have these as well already. Yeah. That means it's made its way to you. Yeah, it's still raining pretty good here. Last one. We got these twice already today. Damn. All right, and our final black market drop, where it should be guaranteed a black market item because it is a black market hatchable. Yep. So this is the one drop where you're guaranteed a black market item, which are the rarest of the rare when you get these hatchables, these drops. My hope is that it's a goal explosion and it's one that I don't have. But if I had to guess, this is going to be my prediction. It is going to be a decal that I already have. That's black market decal. So here we go. Fingers crossed. Phil Collins on the drums, on the drum roll. Let's get it. Last one with 313 drops that we started with, that we had for today's live stream, and it comes down to this. And what did I tell you? I called it. I said it was going to be a decal. Is it one that I have? I have a blueprint for it to make it, but I don't know if I actually have this. So, not terrible. At least it's a black market item.
But it's not bad.
It's not bad, you're right, but it is not what we were hoping for. We wanted some kind of a goal explosion. I just wish there was a way, or they would put it back in the store. The atom bomb goal explosion. I love that one. The mushroom cloud one where it gets all bright. It's like a nuke mushroom cloud. I love that. Hey, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but just like I said, the weather was looking suspect enough that it would be. And since you guys probably heard this, I'm gonna tell you what it says. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for this area until 4 p.m. For destructive 80-mile-per-hour winds, take shelter in a sturdy building away from windows. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. So they're saying that the wind gusts are could pick up. Yep, I called it. Well, we've had a couple of predictions today, and they've been right on the right on the money. And I feel like some of these storms will continue tomorrow as well, or they'll pop up
It's a
sporadically.
universal decal, so you can put it on any car.
Which one is that? Oh, the one that I just got. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Yeah, the black market decal I just got. Wow. I don't think it's going to get that bad based on how it looks right now as far as those kinds of wind gusts, but they're saying basically conditions are right for it, so they're putting out that warning. Yeah, that just happened right now. So uh, let me let me just before I wrap this up, let me show you guys. Um, let's look at some of the cars that I have. So I've got a couple of those, the aftershocks. Yep. This Atlantis, kind of neat, kind of not. I don't know. And of course, then the '89 Batmobile. Um, and I have a couple of these breakouts. There's the breakout Type S that I unlocked today, which I already had one of. So I thought I might have had that one. Let's see. This thing, not a fan of it. The Dystro. This is one that I unlocked today in the hatchable stream, the drops. And I do not have this one. So that's cool. That's a highlight. And I will try this one just to see how I feel about it. This Miami Vice type of looking thing. Then the Dominus, of course, the Ecto 1. And I do have this thing. You know, like it's a couple of those. The Endo, I've got a couple of Grogs. I've got those. Yeah. The Guardian. And then the Guardian G1. Kind of cool. And then a number of these. These are, and I have one of these that I customized in my garage. And then different color variations. And then this SUV. Look at that thing. I didn't realize I had that one, to be honest with you. The Honda Civic Type R. The lowered body kit on there. Look at this thing. That's the GXT version of this. Yeah. Some different color variations, a couple of color variations on the Hondas. This I may have gotten. This might be the other one that I got out of a drop today. and I couldn't remember if I had that yet or not, which I don't. So yeah, this was the other one I got, and I'm like, I don't think I have that one, and I don't. So that's cool. And then, of course, Kit. You gotta love Kit. This thing, I feel like, Eric, you kind of like that one, no? Maybe not. And then I've got a couple of these.
Sorta.
Not bad. It's kind of not bad. That's kind of... Yeah, I don't mind it. Oh, look at that. That's actually sick. The GXT version of that? That's sick. Again, didn't really realize I had this one. Wow, I kind of like that with that effect. That's sick. So I got a couple of these rippers now. Roadhog XL. That just looks like a beast of a rig, huh? Doesn't that look sharp? I don't care. That's kind of tough looking. And then, of course, Sweet Tooth, exclusive to PlayStation. Or at least it was at one time. Yep, from Twisted Metal. Classic. I think that's the only RXT version of that one. It's kind of neat. Who cares about the Cybertruck? That just looks dumb. And then the Dark Knight's tumbler. And then this dumb thing. I believe I tried this once. I played with this car a little bit and I didn't care for it. This one I have. I've got this one. I've got a version of this one tricked out that I like to make it look like a Hot Wheel. And I've used it. I like it. The Zippy there, kind of neat. I kind of dig it. So I got two of the Zippies. So those are all the body vehicles that I have. The other thing I wanted to show real quick is my goal explosions. So I was hoping to get something new today out of those hatchables, and it didn't happen, but these are all the different goal explosions that I have. Bazooka Joe Gum there, or Big League Chew, whatever. Psychedelic there, psychedelic smoke. And then these are all just different colors of that version there. Yeah, I've got quite a few of these. The Force Razor 2s, just different colors. And then Light Show. I've seen this one a lot playing. I've seen a lot of players use that one. That one's cool. And then a couple of the Light Show ones here with the different colors. I've got this one equipped for my blue car to go with the DeLorean because the bolt of lightning, you know what I mean? The bolt of lightning he needed to get back to 1985. And this one's kind of cool. And then the popcorn. And that little popcorn fart one right there. We'll let you guys have that one more time. There you go.
Octane, Roadhog, Fennec are my favorite cars to use.
Okay. Nice shot on the A couple of different colors of this one, but that's a cool. A couple different color variations on this one. This one I had for a while. I had it equipped. I got lucky. I actually got that out of a hatchable a long time ago, and it's pretty cool when it hits during a game. I think that's for you, AB. That's got some sorcery to it. Yep. And then this one with different colors. This one, it makes me think of like an embryo cell or something. I don't know. Different colors of that one. I wish they would let you trade in stuff in your inventory like this. They don't. Where, okay, I've got, like, see, I've got 2 of these and 2 of these. I'm surprised they haven't implemented that. Like, so you've got multiples of the same car, multiple of the same this and that in your inventory. Just let people trade it in. You know, like you do the other stuff. I had this equipped for a while. I like this one, Tornado. I had a lot of nightmares about tornadoes over the years, and it's a weird thing. And it usually has to do with somebody I care about being pulled away from me or where I can't do anything. And I wake up just, oh man. And of course, classic Stay Puft. I mean, I've got that equipped for my orange vehicle. And then the pixelated fire, I got black and then orange. So that's all of them. And I wish, like I said, there's a number of them I'm never going to use. And I'm sure I resonate with the community in saying that why can't we just trade these in to potentially something else? Like they have the trade-in tab here. See? And I got quite a few now because of all the hatchables today. But these are all like blueprints and stuff. They're not from what I just showed you. So, and this was their answer to this was their answer to, like, well, we took away player trading, but now you can do this at least. So, but yeah, I think that'll do it for this portion of the live stream. Again, this has been Rocket League's 300 plus hatchables that we opened up today. And we got some body styles that we didn't have. So those were the highlights. And again, season 23 is currently live right now. It just started today. The brand new season. Ranks have been reset. Yeah. Not terrible. Not great. Somewhere in the middle. And I had been sitting on some of them for a while until I broke 300 and wanted to do the stream. So I thank everybody that came through, and for those of you that check out the archive, AB, much respect to you. And of course, a very happy birthday to Eric. Again, is as today is his birthday. So keep an eye out for more. Potentially the next time I stream might be some Crimson Desert. I know a lot of you have seen Golden Thread go crazy with that game, and I'm nowhere near quite as far as he is. But yeah, the longevity and the replay of that game is the value of it is just amazing. And I every time I go in, I find myself doing something I didn't expect to do, or I discover something I haven't seen yet or found. And that to me is a testament of a good, true good open world game where you're discovering new things every time you play it. So with that, again, thank you, and we will catch you guys in the next one. And as always, don't let things frustrate you that you can't control. Focus more on what makes you happy, not what pisses you off.
Nice
I'll,
stream.
I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, Eric.